What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? This is a request that y'all have asked me to do for so long, and I am so sorry that it's taken me this long to get to it. When I did Not All Men by Morgan St. John, shout out to that video, still getting views, still getting comments, still getting support. You all really like the conversations under Not All Men. Go watch that video. For those of you who saw that Not All Men video, I really appreciate the conversations that have happened in the comment section. There are some comments that I think are kind of going against the point, going against the grain, a little bit more volatile than I wanted it to be, but 99.9% of you, it is just education, it's conversation, it's open-mindedness, it's a discussion. I see some of you, male and female, that are actually in there having like proper debates and understanding. It's not even debates. You all are just leaving space to have that conversation and to understand. Maybe you were confused, you didn't see it from their perspective, and now you're getting it. That's what I wanted. I think that's kind of the point of the song, and that was the point of me reacting to it. So I really appreciate that. I love holding space here. I love making sure that one another is being heard, whether it's through, whether it's analogous, whether it's through similar experiences, whatever the case. I just really appreciate it, and I appreciate you all taking it seriously. So with that being said, I'm going to waste no more time. We are going to get into this. Lydia, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Lydia the Bard, Eat Us Your Girls. I know nothing about this song. It's just so many of you told me to listen to it. Here we are. Let's get into it and let's see what she talking about. Trigger warning. This video contains themes and imagery related to sexual violence and abuse, victim blaming, gender-based violence, and graphic language and metaphorical depictions of harm. Damn, you've been warned. You've been warned. Beat Us Your Girls.
Young girl or a pretty meal, the line is just so fine. Little Red walked out alone, joining the buffet of the night. See the wolves, they wait and watch now, hoping for a bite. Fresh meat on a busy street, the minute you're out of sight. Little Red walked out alone, joining the buffet of the night. Little Red, she knows these streets, so why should she be afraid? She walks out with a blood red cloak, but red's his favorite shade. You'll attract the wrong attention, wearing colors such as those. Boys will be boys, wolves will be wolves, but what does mother know? Feed us your girls, the wolves shout out. Feed us the ones with curves, the ones without. Feed us your girls, from plate to mouth. Honey, or the entree when you dress like that and mother's not around.
Oh. Wow, I just want to hear that again before I say something. I want to hear that again. The wolves shout out. Feed us the ones with curves, the ones without. Feed us your girls, from plate to mouth. Honey, or the entree when you dress like that and mother's not around. You have to be, and I mean this with every fiber of my heart and my being. There's two things I'm gonna say, and people can take me at face value. They can say that I'm being honest, or they cannot. That's your prerogative. I have never in my life, never in my fucking life have I said, well, why did you wear that? That sentence has never come out of my fucking mouth. I have never looked at a girl, whether it's my friends, my female friends that I know, or just a victim that I've seen on TV or on the news. My first thought is never, well, why'd you wear that? Do you know how much of a piece of shit I'd have to be? Imagine a black person is hung from a tree in 1932, and a white person comes up to me and goes, well, why'd you whistle at her? Why did you walk down that road? Well, you knew not to go in that church. Why'd you do that? Well, you knew not to cross that road, so why you do that? Well, you knew not to go in that town, so why'd you do that? What the fuck? How about you just not be a fucking predator? How about you not be a murderer? How about you not be a racist? How about you not be misogynistic? How about you not be a fucking piece of shit? Like, why is that never the conversation? It's always, what did the victim do to be victimized, but never, what did the perpetrator do to fucking perpetrate? Like, this is dumb. It's fucking dumb. It's a dumb argument. Number two, it is so sad to me that the conversation always has to be like, what do women need to do to protect themselves? Like, that's always the conversation. What do girls need to do to be more wise? What do girls need to do to be more secure in being able to walk down the street? What do women need to do to not get or draw that unwanted attention? How about what do boys need to do to not be jerks? How about what do we need to educate our boys to not want to do that, or to not think that way, or to not view women as something, Leon, like some object that they must fight over or desire over or fiend over or drool over. It's interesting that she's flipping this Little Red Riding Hood scheme where she's reframing this narrative as if we are the wolves and she and all of you are Little Red Riding Hood, but kind of flipping it on its head, because that's shitty that we as men, me as myself, some women would view me as a wolf, and that's really unfortunate and that's really shitty, because I, in my mind and in my experiences and in my lived truth, have done nothing wolf-like to women. But at the end of the day, if that is your perception of me, I am not going to fault you for that before I fault the men that caused you to warp that reality into viewing me that way in the fucking first place. I don't know why that's so hard for insecure dudes to realize. Like, women don't want to hate you, but be mad at the dudes that make her hate you. Like, and she doesn't even hate you for being a man. People who do that shit online are fucking idiots and weirdos, and you're honestly doing your own gender a disservice. But they are allowed to be a little fearful towards you. They are allowed to be to kind of be a bit hesitant, to give a little pause. That doesn't mean that you should be judged, but it does mean that you should understand why that's their attitude to begin with. Talking to the fellas right now. That's a fire flip. That is a fire way to sing that hook. That's clean. I like that. I like that.
Dawn arrives and dinner scraps are on the street from just last night. People whisper it's a fault with a red so very bright.
It's a fire metaphor.
A silly girl, a common whore, someone cover up the sight. No one likes to see leftovers, but it's dawning light. And there's a buffet every night. The little red she knew those woods, each tree and every stone. Doesn't matter either way when there's a wolf inside your home. You can hear the growlings, you throw the dog a bone. You'll catch more bees with honey, dear, but what does mother know? Feed us your girls, the wolf shout out. Feed us the ones with curves, the ones without. Feed us your girls, from plate to mouth. Honey, you're the entree when you dress like that. Little red was not a meal, a little girl is not a tease. A cloak is not an invitation for what's underneath. No, there's no guess, there's no riddle, there's no test. Blood red clothes alone at night shouldn't equal death. But the wolves are very hungry, gnashing pointed teeth. Don't care what the rapper's like, it'll eat you if you breathe. Maybe it doesn't matter how we
Hey, this is hard. This is so fire, the way that she's using Little Red Riding Hood's cloak to be the clothes you wear. It does not fucking matter what a girl could walk down the street butt ass fucking naked. Do I think that's a good idea? Of course not. I don't even want to go down naked. You gonna stare at me like a piece of meat. The point being is, it don't matter. You do what you want to do. I don't care. It is not up to me to set the tone for how you live your life and how you express yourself. And that's the thing that a lot of these dudes don't seem to understand, is you do not get to dictate how a woman lives her life. If a woman wants to go down the street butt ass naked, your first instinct and your first inclination shouldn't be, well, you must want this then. Like, you're shitty. Hey, you might be the asshole. Like, where my Reddit fans at? You might be the asshole. But I really like this metaphor of her cloak being her covering, her clothes, her protection. Also, this is the difference between guys who are actually trying to do the work and guys that aren't. Your first thought when you hear the way that she's describing the wolf, your first thought shouldn't be, why is she calling me a wolf? That should not be your thought. I have not once thought I am the wolf in this scenario. Do you know why? Because I don't touch women like that. So I have no reason to think that. I literally have no reason to think that, because she's not talking about me. She's talking about people who do that activity. She's talking about dudes who exhibit wolf-like tendencies. If that's not you, shut the fuck up and let her talk. That's the thing that a lot of these dudes don't understand. They're so quick to be like, why are you talking about me? Why are you talking about me? Now, she wasn't until now. You saying why she's talking about you is now making her think that she's talking about you. You do get that, right? Like, you do realize that, right? If it's not you, then shut up and keep it fucking moving. She's not talking about you. She's probably actually looking at you to help. She's probably looking at you by default to be a fucking ally. We don't care about people who look at you as if you're already negative, you're already evil, and you're already shitty. shitty. We don't worry about those people. They're unfortunately too damaged for you right now. They have to go on that spiritual journey on their own. We're talking about the majority of people on this planet who don't want to live in fear every fucking day. And if the best way that you can help them out is by proving them wrong. That is the best way. Prove them wrong. If they think that you're a wolf, prove them wrong. Your attitude shouldn't be, well, if you already think that about me, I might as well prove it. Okay, she didn't prove anything. You were already a wolf to begin with. You just let it out. Oh, like that's you, bro. You howled. That's on you, bro.
So maybe it doesn't matter
Stop it.
how we choose
Stop
to
it.
wrap our skin, 'cause you prefer to blame the gods. Deal with your own sin. Feed us your
Facts.
girls. The wolf
Facts.
shout out, feed us the ones with curves, the ones without wood.
Got 'em.
Feed us your girls. Make them out, honey, or the entree when you dress like that. Mother's not around.
The only thing I would say that I don't think I like too much is the beginning of the hook. It's kind of, I don't know, it's a little generic. I don't really like how she sings the beginning of that hook, like the like I don't really like that. It kind of takes away from it a little bit, but that's like 10% critique that I have. That is such a small critique. I just don't want people to think I'm being biased, you know. So like, I just wanted to give a little critique. Now that we're done with that superficial bullshit, this is such an amazing message, and it's a very accurate one. The fact that we are in the year of 2026, and contrary to popular belief, contrary to half the country voting in the way that they did, a tiny bit more than half the country, if that, the majority of women walking this planet do not want to feel as if a predator is in charge. And it's weird that I have to explain that to people as if they're in third fucking grade. The majority of women on this planet, I can't speak for some women who vote against their own interests. I don't know what to do with that. I'm not gonna sit here and cop out and go, it's the patriarchy. I think women need to stop saying shit like that because it holds women unaccountable, and we want everybody to be accountable. I want black people to be accountable. Women have to want women to be accountable. It ain't got shit to do with the fucking patriarchy. Because you're too smart, you're too intelligent, you have too much autonomy, and you have too much mental strength, aptitude, and capacity to sit here with all this information and all this evidence and all this internet and still vote and think the way you do. I refuse to allow the patriarchy to deny intelligence and common sense. We are done with that in 26. You knew what you voted for, you knew what you were doing, and you allowed it to happen anyway. And now you're on TikTok crying wolf, pun intended. You don't get to do that because we've warned you for years. We've warned you for months. We warned you for a decade. We warned you since the fucking civil rights movement. This is what people do. This is what evil people do. This is what predators do. And you fell for the bait. But what I like about this song and what I liked about Not All Men is this sense of empowerment where, again, it is not about you as the man. It is not about the men. It is not about the boys. It's about the attitude that girls have to protect themselves. And the question you should ask is, why is that the attitude, and what can I do to fix it? That is all you should fucking be asking. If your first thought when you hear songs like this is, girls are still complaining at 26, don't they know girls have it hard? Girls have it hard everywhere. Now what? Minorities have it hard everywhere. Now what? You shouldn't be so insecure that you want to be a victim. When did this happen to where you're so insecure that you're so tired of seeing a victim that you want to be one yourself? I don't get what planet I'm on anymore, like half the time. Like, this is ridiculous. So I just really want to say I appreciate you all recommending this song. I appreciate you all giving me the space to have these conversations and to have these debates, if you want to call it that, because we're all pretty aligned, and that we can all just sit, be educated, learn, and move forward. I have an 11-year-old son right now. I fear for him in a lot of different ways, just him being mixed. That's going to already be a different set of problems. But my job is to make sure that boy is going to be a hero as he grows up. He has more empathy and kindness than I ever had when I was 11 years old. He has so much empathy and so much warmth and so much kindness in his heart. And he's so filled with care when it comes to people who don't look like him or people that seem like they need help. That is what I want. That is how you should be raising your boys. That is what you should want men to be. I don't know when we got into this planet where being a man meant being an asshole, meant being stupid, meant being ignorant. But for me in this household, being a man is kindness. Being a man is empathetic. Being a man is showing, is showing warmth. Being a man is crying during a good movie. Being a man is having conversations and holding space and uplifting communication. Like, I'm gonna make sure that he knows that. There is strength in so many different ways, and we shouldn't bottleneck the definition. Shout out to you also, Lydia, for letting the ending be the women finally getting together and going against the wolf. You could almost argue that last line was a flip, that because you as the guy was dressed as a wolf, they were able to bait you and make you the fucking entree, because a lot of women out here should be making men the entree. And I'm not saying that men as a whole are the entree. That is a horrible attitude that people need to fucking stop. That will not get us anywhere and will continue this regression. But what we do need to do do is all be a bit more cognizant. We need more allyship. We need more open-minded conversations. We need people to really hold space. If there's one thing I can give people from this video, women need your help. Minorities need your help. People who don't have the resources and the finances need your help. And we need to hold space for more conversation. The more conversations we have, the less songs like this will need to be created. That is my soapbox. I'm done with that. I think this was fire. I think this was amazing. Lydia the Bard, you are a damn bard. Sing more songs so I can keep talking about it and keep getting my community involved. But I hope y'all were rocking with that. Let me know your thoughts. Go in the comments. Let's talk. I love seeing what y'all women. I really want to hear from y'all. Men too. I want to hear your perspective. What were your initial thoughts when you heard this song? Now, after hearing this conversation and letting the song finish, what are your thoughts now? But women, I really want to hear from you. What do you think? What's your vibe? Am I off base? Am I on base? Am I getting it? Am I there? Let me know. And if you haven't watched Not All Men, go watch that. That kind of started this train. Then come back here and then tell me the third song and let's keep going. But I love y'all. I really appreciate y'all. We're going to continue to do the work. Bye.
We're just living on the TikTok. Sad boys not knowing when the hit stop. Sad girls just scramble that their lips pop. These fields make waves like I skip rocks. Everybody with their finger on the tick box. Every second is a minute when your lip lock. Take breaths when you finish, just a pit stop. Watch time move slow like a wristwatch. We're all trapped to the information. The matrix foretold the simulation that we